When you have, if you go to the book number, I think it's number 3, where we show the ganses. Somebody's microphone is open. These are your copper. These are your zinc. In magnetic field interactions, does not finish. This is how creation was created. This is how the elements of the universe were created. Maybe you understand something from this. The interaction of between the zinc and the copper creates its own separation field. This is what we do in the plates. We put a nano copper and a copper, and between we create copper, but when we put the zinc and the copper, the difference gives us this carbon. Man should have, all of you should have realized how come between the copper and zinc I produce CO2? Where is the copper coming from? Where is the carbon is coming from? Now you see the carbon 12, carbon 14 still here. Where I told you the separation between the links of the gravitational and magnetical is always a carbon 14. You see, you created it. I've taught you the same thing, but that time I could not explain. Now, what is addition to this is you have certain strengths that they add up together. And the adding up gives you the 60 plus 65 or 62 plus 65. I always work this way because I look at the magnetical, give 1, take 2. Or if you go 62, the difference gives you the carbon double. Now, but this one is 127. One thing you have forgotten is this guy and this guy create their own 124. This one and this one creates their own 130.
Where are you coming up with those numbers? How do you get to the 124?
Oh, 2 copper, 2 copper, 2 zinc. Oh. You're not working with one, huh? You have to consider all combinations. Go back to the teaching. When you had the star formation, the interaction of these 3 created a free space here. The attraction of these 3 creates a space here. The interaction of these 3 created here. Yeah? And then the interaction of these 3 created you the free space. Plus what you have in the bottom, interaction of the 3 between each other. Pushes it to what we call the free space. So when you have dynamic systems in the plasma, in the gas condition, every combination is created. It's you who have limited your knowledge or understanding to a given point. Now, the next step is very simple. Now you have a carbon 12. Now you have the 60, I call it, it's easier, and 65 or 62 and 65. Yep. Now these interact and this interacts. Then this interacts with this one. This interacts with this one. At the same time, they all interact the same way. This is how universe created a spectrum of the elements. Because this carbon 12 has interaction with these. Now it's a new entity. It has to interact with something, with this environment. The same thing here. It has to interact with this one. Now the difference between these 2 creates a new condition. And then you have to understand, due to the positioning of these little chaps, Here, I have to find the right color. There we are. Because of the positioning of these little chaps here in the nano layers, gas plasma layers, or whatever you call it, some of them, due to the proximity of their own, do not turn all clockwise or anti-clockwise. Now you have to find the field balance forces. So you can get a reduction. So you get a 62 in the magnetic field, and you get a 61 plasmatic. So you have left with 1 or negative of 1. So if you have such an interaction with your carbon, then you understand instead of carbon 12, you have carbon 13 because you're extracting. Then you understand how the elements of the universe are created and how things progress. We started with one element, which was the soul of the creator. In giving and returning back to itself, the friction created and then the division of the cells. All the elements of the universe are created due to the same kind of interaction as you see here. Because then what is slowed down in the field of the back leads to creation of inertia. And then the totality of that in interaction with the field force of the universe leads to creation of the matter state. Unified field theory. I created as I have created in return of being created by my own fields. Now you understand the beginning of life, the origin of the essence of the creation, the creator.